How to fix server update service error in Rocket League. Welcome back to Tenabalta. Today, we are tackling the frustrating server update service error that has been preventing players from launching or updating Rocket League. During our investigation into this launch failure, we discovered that the issue stems from a broken or hung background service conflict within the Windows operating system. Our technical team ran extensive diagnostics and successfully isolated the exact command line protocols and system tweaks required to bypass this block. The primary and most effective fix Tenabalta discovered involves reconfiguring the service directly through the command prompt. You will need to run the command prompt as an administrator to ensure you have the necessary elevated privileges to modify system services. Once open, input the exact command scconfig server update service start equals demand and press enter to change the service startup type to manual. Our testing showed that manually resetting the service state can also force the game to bypass the hang entirely. Press the Windows key and R simultaneously, type services, MSC, and hit enter to open the services management console. Locate the server update service in the list, right-click it, and select Restart to flush any locked execution instances. Tenabalta's analysis revealed that corrupted local game files often trigger false service failure flags. Open your Epic Games launcher, navigate to your library, and click the three horizontal dots next to Rocket League. Select Manage, and then click Verify to initiate a deep integrity scan of your game directory. If you are running the legacy Steam version of Rocket League, file integrity checks are equally critical to resolving this error. Right-click Rocket League in your Steam library, select Properties, and navigate to the Installed Files tab. Click Verify Integrity of Game Files, and allow the system to re-download any missing background service executables. We confirmed that a bloated launcher cache can disrupt the communication between the launcher and the background update service. Press the Windows key and R, type %localappdata%, and find the Epic Games launcher folder within your local directory. Delete the saved folder inside it to force the launcher to generate fresh, error-free cache files upon the next startup. The server update service is heavily reliant on the Epic Online Services framework to authenticate and update properly. Navigate to your Epic Games launcher settings and locate the Epic Online Services installation section at the bottom. Ensure that you trigger an update or a fresh installation of this framework to resolve core compatibility mismatches. During our diagnostics, we noticed that aggressive third-party antivirus software occasionally quarantines the server update service executable without warning. We recommend temporarily disabling your antivirus shields or adding the entire Rocket League installation folder to your security exclusion list. This prevents the security engine from silently blocking the update script from running properly in the background. Permission bottlenecks are a common culprit for background service failures during initial game boot sequences. Navigate to the Rocket League installation directory, locate the main executable file, and right-click it to open the Properties menu. Check the box that says Run this program as an administrator under the Compatibility tab to grant it full system access. Network socket corruption can easily trap the update service in an endless timeout loop. Open an elevated command prompt and execute the command netch winsock. Reset to clear your entire socket catalog. Restart your computer immediately afterward to apply these deep network resets and clear the synchronization error loop. Domain name system caching errors might point the update service to a dead or unresponsive server endpoint. In your administrator command prompt, type ipconfig/flushtons and press enter to clear outdated cache entries. This forces your system to fetch fresh server IP addresses, ensuring the service communicates with the correct Epic Games nodes. The background service requires healthy Visual C++ libraries to execute its automated tasks efficiently. We advise downloading the latest Visual C++ redistributable packages directly from the official Microsoft website. Install both the x86 and x64 versions to repair any broken system registry links that the game relies on for execution. Our networking tests revealed that IP6 routing can sometimes conflict with Rocket League's backend service code. Open your Network and Sharing Center, click on Change Adapter Settings, and open the properties of your active connection. Uncheck the Internet Protocol version 6 box and click OK to force the game to route exclusively through the more stable IP4 protocol. Outdated network drivers can interrupt the micro packets sent by the server update service during the initial server handshake. Open the Device Manager, expand the Network Adapters section, and right-click your primary Ethernet or Wi-Fi device. Select Update Driver and allow Windows to search for the most recent and stable firmware available. Default Internet Service Provider routing can be notoriously slow, causing the update service to time out and crash the launch sequence. Navigate back to your active network connection properties and select Internet Protocol version 4. Change your DNS server addresses to Google's public DNS by entering 8 as the preferred address and 8.4 as the alternate. Background application conflicts are frequently the hidden cause of service startup failures and silent crashes. Press the Windows key and R, type msconfig, and go to the Services tab to hide all Microsoft services. Disable all remaining third-party services and restart your PC to ensure Rocket League launches in a completely isolated and clean environment. The game maintains its own internal cache that can become heavily desynchronized with the server update protocols over time. Open your Documents folder, navigate to My Games, and find the Rocket League directory. Delete the cache folder located inside the TA game folder to force the client to pull fresh configuration data directly from the servers. If all system-level service resets fail, the core executable structure itself might be irreparably corrupted beyond standard repair. Uninstall Rocket League completely through your launcher and manually delete any leftover folders in your specific installation path. Download and install a fresh copy of the game to guarantee that all service dependencies are natively restored. Don't forget to follow Tenabalta for more.